Hello folks. This morning I'm going to get this Pro Hex kit started. Because from what I'm understanding, you've got to put the little pellets in and put water in this to soak them so they'll enlarge. And then after they enlarge, we can plant our seeds in it. But we're going to get this started. So I've got a bunch of seeds I want to plant. And I'm going to start all these in the greenhouse. You know, it's not heated, so, but it should be okay. It says just to, yeah, I guess you just put one in each cell. Trying to keep them upright in there, so hopefully they'll expand correctly. I didn't really think they got that big. But I guess they do. Well, this says to put soil in there, but this is saying to put these pellets in, so I'm going to try the pellets. If they don't expand enough, I can always put some dirt in there, some garden soil in the top. I've used these little pellets before, and I really didn't have any good luck with them. But we'll try. Maybe with this tray it will work. Don't know, but we're trying. Get this done, and then I can go out there and finish planting my potatoes. Because, you know, I still got a tray, half a tray of cut potatoes to plant that I need to get in the ground or in my totes. I don't guess it matters really how you get them in there, as long as you get them in there and they get moistened, because you're supposed to break it apart anyway before you put your seeds in it. Or loosen it a little. I did already get one in there. I don't think I did. No, there it is. Whoops. I know these little things expand quite a bit. There's one I skipped. Now you just simply add water. And I hear them all going snack, crackle, and pop. Look at those, they're coming right on out of the, coming right on up out of the pot. And it helps if they're upright because they expand up when they get wet. I mean, look at those. Some of them are way above it. Now we just got to let these expand for a little bit, few minutes. Water off the table that I spilled. Should be doing this outside, but it's kind of windy out there. They're coming along nicely. Boy, that one's way up there. So much for wiping the table, right? I keep spilling more. But it's only water. And you can just take a straw or any kind of little poker that you can use. A little stick, it doesn't matter, to go down in and break the soil apart. This definitely should have been outside, not in here. Some of these need a little bit more water. I was afraid to put too much. I didn't want it to be running over the sides, but some of it's still pretty dry. I did run that over. Yeah, folks, if you got a place to do this outside, do it outside. It's a lot better to do it outside. But basically what I'm doing is just breaking that little soil pot apart. So the seeds can be planted in it. Here's one that come up sideways. And And that is not going to work on that one. It's not hard enough. Let me go get something like a pencil. Yeah, if you get something just like a regular writing pencil, it's strong enough to poke down in there without it bending like that straw did. Just a wooden dowel or anything. And I'm just holding my hand behind it because I don't want it to put dirt all over my table. Yeah, it's a little bit too windy to go be out there to do this. The wind may die down later on today, I don't know. And some of them I actually need to add more water to, because they're too dry. That one was definitely dry. Now I'm just going to make a tiny little indent in the middle of them. There, that one didn't even get wet. That one there is still hard. Some of these are still kind of dry. I'm surprised. I should have taken this out in the greenhouse and done it out there is what I should have done. But oh well. And I even cough, fooling with this stuff. And I'm just making a little indent to where I have somewhere to put the seed. And then I'll just cover it up a little bit. I'm looking for my tomato seed. I should have had these out already, but you know me. I'm not prepared ever. Here, these are the big tomatoes. I don't know if I've got any seed left in there. I may not. Here's the Roma tomatoes. Let's see. I don't have any seed left in that either. I think I got some Ace 55s. These are Ace 55 tomatoes. Got 2 rows of Ace 55s. Maybe 2 rows of Brandywine. Maybe 1 row of Brandywine. And I'm only putting like 1 or 2 seeds in each one. Preferably only 1. Thought there was another one stuck down in there. And these, let's try to see how tall they get. I think these are the ones that get pretty tall. Ooh, I dropped seeds. I'm going to have a bunch of seeds come up in that one. And then I'm just covering them little seeds up with just a little bit of the dirt. We don't want to pack it down though, we just want to slightly cover them. We want the soil to be loose. So I got 3 of them. I don't know if I've got any of the Jubilee seeds left in here. Yeah, got some in there. And these are the gold, the yellow ones. Keep on them. I have a whole tray of nothing but just my tomatoes. Drop the seed. I need about 2 more of these trays. One tray is not going to cut it for what I plant every year. But this is going to be a start. I usually have tomatoes planted all over my yard. all over my garden. I got sweet cherries. I'll plant at least one little row of those. Seeds got down between my fingers. Well, I don't know what happened to my little paper clip. That I had on these, but oh well, I'll get another one. Those are pole beans. Oh, I should have went through this earlier, but I figured all of them were in one section that I was going to plant, but evidently they weren't. Leeks. I'm going to try my leeks in one of these rows because my leeks didn't do too good last year planting them out in the pot. And I know really you're not supposed to transplant leeks, but I'm going to try it. If they're tiny enough, maybe I can get away with transplanting them. I've got one row left that I can probably put peppers in if I can find my pepper seeds. That's marigolds. I don't want to plant marigolds. Oh, these are all moonflower seeds. I don't need to plant those in there. Bell pepper, here they are. But I'm going to start seeds in some of the smaller cups too, like I did last year. Well, I only mean to put one or two in there, and I'm dropping 3 in some of them. Those are sticking to my fingers. I'm just trying to spread the dirt over the little pots or the little cells evenly, because some of them seem like they expanded more than the others. And no, I didn't put name tags on them, but oh well. These are pretty much all of my vining tomatoes. They're not the bush tomatoes, so I've got one particular spot that I was thinking about planting those in. But I've got parsley and all kind of stuff I got to get started too. But like I said, I'm going to start a bunch of them in I've got watermelons that got to be planted. But I have got a bunch of cups and stuff I can plant in too. So that's what I'm going to do. Now what I'm going to do is take these out, put them under the heat mat in the greenhouse, and keep an eye on them. And we'll be back with you later. So there you see I've got a row of bell peppers. The rest are all different brands, different types of tomatoes. They're all the vining tomatoes, like cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, the golden tomatoes. All of them grow like 12, 15 foot tall. And I've got a particular place where I think I'm going to plant these this year when they come up. So I'm hoping for a good production with this. So I will see you a little bit later. Well, I'm back. I got my heat mat out here that I was fixing to put out. Well, you know, there's actually 2 mats, so I need to get me another tray because there's 2 mats to use. Let's see what the instructions on using this, because I've never used a heat mat before. Okay, so it says to, and I'm going to put it over here because it's going to be out of the direct sunlight. It doesn't say which side is up. I don't guess it matters. I really don't know. Says to pour out excess water, but I don't know how you're going to do that with your seed tray in there. Oh, just like that. I guess you can see me, but I'm just tilting the tray up to let the excess water roll out. It's just running out the corner. place the dome on. Oops. And plug in the heat mat. And I've got electricity out here, so I just have to plug it in at the pole. And I'm not going to unwind any more than this than I have to, because I don't want it hanging out everywhere. Yeah, it's got 2 mats, so I got to get another tray. I only had 1 tray. But I'll plug it in right there. And you know what? I could probably turn this. Boy, that wind's blowing out here today pretty good. Well, I had that turned for a reason. So I guess I better turn it back. I had it so I could hook that. Well, now I don't know how I had it. That'll work. Keep it out of the way. So, look at there. Little buddy is right here in the greenhouse with me. I gotta show you. Look down here. He's laying in the sun in the greenhouse. He's my buddy. And I've got to go plug in the electrical cord out at the post. I'll be right back. Well, it was already plugged in and I didn't realize it. Oh, let's see. Where is the... There it is. Yeah, it's on. So it should start heating up a little bit. It probably would help if I had a sheet of cardboard or something under there. Might help insulate it a little. But yeah, I got to replace my rose cuttings. I don't think any of them are doing good, to tell you the truth. Oops. No, they're pull them all out while I'm here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut me some more. They just were not good cuttings, so we'll replace those. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me another tray. It's warming up. I'll get me another tray and put it on this side because I've got another mat. I only thought there was one mat, but there's two. Like I said, it doesn't say which side of the mat goes up. I don't guess it really matters. Probably both sides are the same. But I got another fitting in the house I can put on that, so I can plug both of them in. And that'll work. But I do need to get me another mat. And we'll cut us some more rose bushes later. I don't really need the light on. And I'm sure that's going to work regardless of whether I have the light on or not. I may just move this and test this mat. Yeah, I can feel the heat up here, so I'll put that side up. Live and learn every day, and that should be good. I'll keep checking it every once in a while, and when I see my sprouts come up, then I can raise this up just a tiny bit to let some air in there. But we'll keep it down until they start to sprout. They germinate and sprout. Well, hello everybody. I'm back out here trying to finish. I got another seed tray. And you know, I put the pellets in the first one, and I've got it planted over here. And now I went and got another one, and I'm going to try a little bit of seed starting mix mixed with half of just garden soil. And I'm going to see which one works the best, because I've always just used garden soil when I've planted seeds. So I'm not sure. I've never had luck using just seed starting stuff. So I'm going to put like half, because I know it's got cocoa corn, all that good stuff that you're supposed to use. But like I said, I've never used it. I found that just the garden soil was enough. I just don't want big clumps in there. Compost and garden soil is what I've always used. But I'm going to try both in the same kind of tray. I'm also going to make some just in my cans and my little pots that we did last year. You know, the little drinking cups and stuff like that that I showed you can plant in. I'm also going to start some in that. So if they grow good in the seed starting mix, they ought to grow even better when you put them in some of this good rich topsoil. Just like I said, I've always started mine right in the pots. I've always just used compost and garden soil that I made myself, and I had pretty good luck. It was the heat that bothered my plants later when I planted them last summer. It wasn't the fact that my seeds didn't come up. I've got two trays to do, and since I'm gonna pour dirt in them, I'm just gonna lay them on the ground. Maybe move my camera back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. That way I won't make such a mess in the greenhouse or in my house like I did before. But I can fill my trays up. Water them down a little bit. But since I had 2 heating mats, I decided I'd make good use of it. So I ran and got me another tray. And like I said, I'm going to start it in my cups, little drinking cups and stuff like I did last year as well, because that works real good. I just wanted to see if this is going to work any better, since one of my subscribers had sent me the tray or the heating pad, you know, the heating mats, because I never would have bought that. But it's something I've never had to use. I mean, I've never used a heating pad to germinate seeds, because I never really started them that early. A lot of times, most of the time, I just put them right in the pot when I get ready to plant, when it's planting season, and not worry about it. But I thought, well, it'd be a good idea to have some early. A little bit early, maybe. Oh. And I went ahead and cut some more rose cuttings, and I put those in my, I think I got 16, no, 10. I cut 10 more of them. I've got 16 pots in there, but I just cut 10 of them. No, I might use the other little cups to start seeds in. But now I've got my legs in the way, don't I? You can't see what I'm doing. Get to the side. And I said I was going to do this on my doohickey over here. I forgot all about it when I started this. My little planting table that I made. I've used it already, but I forgot about using it for this. It would have worked perfect. I wouldn't be standing on my head or having to sit on a stool, that's for sure. Just don't put any great big lumps in your tray. I've never had real good luck with those little oh, what do you call them? Those little plugs. But that whole tray is full of them. It's because that subscriber sent them to me, so I was going to use them. But I've never had good luck with those. Maybe this year I will. I do know you have to be careful using the heating mat because it causes your little cells to dry out. Just trying to get them to pack down just a tiny bit. Oh! Now I'm going to water them and then I'm going to put them in the tray and get them up where I can reach them so I can get up off the ground. Soak them good and just let them drain. Then we can put it back in the tray. Yeah, I never use stuff like this, but I'm anxious to see what it's, how it's going to work. I don't know which way is the correct way to put those in. That way, I guess. Now, if I need to put dirt on top, I can do that once I have it in here. Move the camera back over this way a little bit. Oh, I got stuff in the way. And I may have to sprinkle more on the top. I don't know. When I get the seed planted. But I got some mixed flaxseed colors that I'm going to try planting in these other little pots down here. There's 6 of them. I'm going to try putting some of those seeds in there to germinate there. And show you something else I've done. Like here, pull it off and show you. Instead of using sticks or things to put down in each pot, because I've got so many different seeds, I wrote it on there. There's 12 rows across. So I've got 12 sections, and I wrote whatever's planted in that section on there. And I just tape it to the front. These last two over here are bell peppers. So that's the way I'm going to do this one. I've got this one already graded, lined off. And as I plant, I'm going to write what I've planted. And put it on there. This is a red banana hot pepper. This one is. And again, I'm just going to make a little indentation. Not much of one. Because most of these are pretty well filled to the top. And I know you want your seed just barely under the dirt. And I might come back and sprinkle a little bit on top. Especially on these that are not halfway full. They were full to the top, but once you water them, the dirt settles down and you don't have quite as much in there. So these are supposed to be red banana peppers, but they're hot ones. They're hot banana. They look like a banana pepper, but they're hot peppers. And I'm trying to put maybe 2 seeds in each pod, but I end up with more than that in there. Do one row of those, I think. I got so many seeds, I don't know which way to go with them first. I'll tell you. There's something to write on over here. Let's see. Banana pepper. Red banana pepper. Hot. And I'll mark the left side. So I've happened to take it off. And this is left side. So if I happen to take it off later, and lay it down, I don't get confused on which way it was supposed to go. This is a yellow bell pepper. You almost need a pair of tweezers to handle these seeds. And I am dropping at least two seeds in each section. Just in case one doesn't germinate, maybe the other one will. And maybe both of them will. And what did I say that was? Yellow bell pepper. Bell pepper is not hot. I gotta have me some peppers that are not hot. I love to make chow chow and all that good stuff out of the hot stuff, but Gotta plant me some more basil this year. And these seeds are so little. They're little bitty tiny ones. I'm trying just to put one seed there, but can't really see them. Let me get another one because I don't think I got one in that one. Maybe I won't waste a lot of seeds this year. I've got a ton of seeds though. Basil. Green mist, that's a flower there. I need to plant that with that other thing. This is thyme. I didn't do too well with thyme last year. I think it came up and then died off. Whoa, those seeds are even smaller. Can't tell whether I got any in my fingers or not. Little bitty things. Can't tell if you got them in there or not. That's two, so let me write that one down, thyme. Because this is the best way to do it. You can't stake each individual little cell. I mean, it would be almost impossible. That's more basil. I don't need that. See what else I can find down in here. Oh, that's gotta be, that's flowers there. I gotta do one whole tray of flowers. Black Beauty eggplant. I'm gonna put that next. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I get it in the right spot. I hope I get some pretty eggplants this year. I mean, I saved a bunch of seeds from last year. And when I went by Walmart to pick up that other tray, I bought a couple more packages of seeds. But it was all tomatoes and stuff I didn't have. Let's see where those tomato plant seed packets went. What did I do with them? Basil, I've already planted basil. Summer squash. There's my jalapeno and there's my other tomato. I thought I got two different tomatoes. May not have. Yeah, I did. This is a Bodacious hybrid. This is a big slicing tomato. I used up all my big seeds last year. And it is a hybrid. But look at the size of those tomatoes. I want me some big tomatoes. My goodness. There was no seeds in there. Goodness, 3 or 4 of them fell in there. And this is the super steak, the red super steak. I think I planted those every year. And I've had good luck with them in the years past, but it was just too hot on them this past year and dry. Man, for $2 you don't get many seed, do you? I try to save all my seed that I get every year from my plants. That way I don't have to buy as many seeds to plant. And I can come up with a lot of different plants because I don't have to buy seeds. I save seeds, I plant them, and then I can buy, you know, just a few seeds that maybe I don't have. Or something that I don't have seeds for, I'll buy those. Thought I put 2 in there. I don't know where the other one went. Yeah, I got a couple more in there, so. I don't know, I may plant 2 rows of these. I could have bought a tomato is what I could have done and got the seeds out of the tomato. Since there's so few seeds. So, both rows are that. I think I planted all of these too. Yeah, I did. Gotta have some jalapenos. Felt like there was a seed. Yeah, there was a seed up in there. I've got hot pepper seed, but I don't think I've actually got the true jalapeno seed. So I bought one package of true jalapeno peppers. And that's what I'm planting a row of now. See if I've got enough to plant another row. I've got jalapenos, and then I've got these mixed hot peppers. They're all different colors. I thought that'd be kind of neat. I didn't have any of those. These are hot pepper. Still got more, and I planted this whole tray. And that's just not even a fraction of my seeds. So I'm definitely going to use these pots down here. Oh, let's see. Oh, get my trowel here. Gonna lightly dust some dirt on top of my seeds. No, not a clump. That's the best way I know to cover them up. Don't want that clump in there. Now, let's see what I need to plant down in there. It's too early to plant my squash and stuff, I think. Kale. But you can plant your Swiss chard, your kales. Collards. But you know what? I need to get this one covered. So I need to get all these seeds out of here. Lay them right there for the time being. Put my lid on this. Now, we're supposed to leave the lid on until they start sprouting, and then we'll just lift up one corner of it just a tiny bit so some air can escape. But for right now, they need to be completely covered. Oh, and they need to roll the mat out. It wants to curl up. Right there on the mat. And then I'm gonna that was the water blank ground. what did I put in that last one? I forgot. Forgot what else I planted in there. Oh well, I guess it'll be a surprise. That's why you should write it down as you go. And then again, I'm just going to tape it to the... You can put it to the top if you want, just as long as you have it to each section, so you know what you planted in there. I mean, you can always take it off and move it. But I wanted to try I'm going to do some leeks, I know. But I think I'll put those in one of the other pots. This is not where you need to put your seeds, because I'm using it for a tray and I'm bending it down. Let's get over here. Don't need to bend your lid down. Now, whoops, I'll lose my seeds. But I had some stuff. Oh, this is the Black Beauty eggplant. The other one were the purple ones. These are the and I might just plant a couple down in there. I guess you can't see it though, can you? I'm just going to take my stick and poke me a hole. I got 6 little cups here with 10 rose bush clippings. Oops, I'm going to lose all my seeds. Save a couple of them. No, I don't think I got one in that end. Yeah, I got one in there. Let me cover it up. And I do those the same, you know, as I do the big tray. Don't want no big clump. They only just need to be barely covered up. And that dirt's wet or damp, so I'm not really going to water it right now. I don't want it to get too wet. But I hope that's helped somebody. I'm going to do some more of them. You can see the little cups down in there. That's my rose bushes. And I've got 6 Black Beauty eggplants. So I think those rose cuttings are a little bit better than the first ones I put. You know, because they were still struggling. The bushes were. From the heat and the dryness of this past summer. So, and some of them were starting to sprout out new leaves. So that was the perfect time to cut them. You know, to try to start rooting some more cuttings, rosebush cuttings. And, like last year, I've saved some of my great big drink bottles, soda bottles. I haven't cut this one yet. But I cut this one. And I cut the wrong end of it. I don't know why I cut the wrong end of it. That's crazy. Those need to be thrown away. Because they're no good. The wrong end's cut. But yeah, I'll cut the bottom off. Well, here, I'll show you. And y'all already know to use your clear totes like this one down here and put a lid on it. And you can just leave that outside. That's a mini greenhouse that you can start your seeds in. And just use the small drinking cups for your potting cups like this one. Just make holes in the bottom or the side, you know, down at the bottom like I did that. And put them right down in your plastic clear tote, like the rose bushes are in down there, and put your lid on it. And you can have it sitting right out in the yard. You don't have to put it in a greenhouse. I've got the greenhouse, so I set it in here. But I don't need to do that. I can leave it out. So, with that, I am going to go ahead and finish up some of the rest of this, because I want to put potting mix in these other cups that I've got. There was all the rose cuttings that I pulled out of the pots that were no good. See, I'm going to start seeds in these old pots. If you bought plants before and you got the trays, even if they're bent up a little bit, you can use them. Use little pots. Let me see. Let me grab one. You can use a pot like this. Let me get this out of the way because I'm not ready to plant seeds in that. I don't have my other clear totes out here to put them in like a little greenhouse setting. But you can take a pot like this. Let me get this stuff out of the way because I don't want to put dirt all over it. And this is what we did last year. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. Now you can. I need something in the bottom of it. Just a piece of cardboard or anything to block the holes temporarily. Let's see what I can find. There, that'll keep my dirt from falling out. And I wanted to use the rest of this other mix over here because I had some of the there. That's some of the stuff that I mixed up. And see, if you got holes in the bottom of your bucket because you were using it for a pot like that, to fill it up, just put you a piece of cardboard or something in the bottom. Because in time, the cardboard will get wet, it'll break down, and it'll turn to soil anyway. And it'll still let the dirt go out of your, the water go out of your pot. Don't want them clumps in there. That'll be enough in there for right now. Let's see what we can stick in there. What do we want to plant in there? I've got thyme planted. I got that planted. Peppers. I'm going to plant some of the giant kale, and that's what did so well in my yard this year. Or perpetual spinach, as you want to call it. I need another package of it, really. There was one seed. That's giant kale, Swiss chard. Perpetual spinach, as they call it. Well, here I got another package of it. So we'll put a few extra seeds in there just to be safe. Well, I can't get hold of nothing, can I? I just want something to make a little row. Not really making a row. Let's see what those seeds look like. They're pretty good sized seeds, these perpetual spinach or giant kale. I'm going to sprinkle those around in there and cover them all up, and then when they come up and it comes time to put them in the garden, I'll separate them. Let's see, I've got, should have a stake with, well, I guess I don't, but I can write it on there. Where is my marker? Here. About to lose my head if it wasn't on the shoulders, wasn't it? But I'm going to just put on there Swiss chard. Because if all those little pieces come up, I'll have quite a bit of Swiss chard plants to plant. And I've got a few that's survived out here already. But I will water this a little bit because I've got that other stuff in there and it hasn't been watered. I lost it. Little buddy's sitting right here watching me. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And these are the big ones. They're bigger than just a normal 2-liter, I think. Just a little bit. Where's my scissors? Yeah, cut the bottom of it, not the top. You don't want to cut the top. Just cut the bottom along that little rim. Use that as a cutting guide. And we're going to make a little greenhouse. We're going to take the... And see, that's virtually covering where I put my seeds. I'm just barely going to put that on just like I did these. You know, these got to have a lid. So I'm not going to tighten it down, but I am going to put the lid on there. Just give it a turn so it doesn't fall off. And then when they start to sprout, I'll take the little lid off and let the air come out. But there's you a mini greenhouse to start you some seeds in. If you've got a safe place where you can put it, that it's not going to get knocked over or, you know, animals can't knock it over or do anything to it. So there's your 3 options. You can make a mini greenhouse with a giant clear soda bottle. You can get these trays for $5.97, I think the tray was, and just put garden soil in there. You don't have to buy the pellets. I'm using the pellets in that one because my subscriber sent them to me. I didn't buy them because you see I put garden soil in this one at the top. No, I put the garden soil in the bottom one. The top one has got the pellets. And I'm anxious to see which one does better. And I'm even going to write it on here. This is the pellet tray. And this one is garden soil. I'm curious to see which one is going to do better. Because like I said, I never buy the pellets. I just use garden soil. But that is a good way right there. I know you kids, if you've got kids, they're always wanting soda. You buy the big bottles because you got a big family. Save your clear bottles. And make you a mini greenhouse out of it. I could have used just a smaller pot, but you know, that's a good size. It'll allow you to water it, or you can uncover it to water it if you need to. You don't want it to dry out. And I don't see water coming through the bottom, so I think I'm going to water it just a tiny bit more. Because we had that cocoa coir stuff in there. And it's hard to wet it down. But it'll drain out in that pan, and then I can dump the pan. And I've got flower seeds that a subscriber sent me that I've got to get planted. Or I've got to get it in trays or pots, and I'm not going to do that now. I've done enough for today. So I think I'm going to move this stuff in here temporarily. This potting mix in here temporarily. So in case it rains, it don't get wet. my buckets. Oh, I was about to forget. I need to put my lid over here on this for my rose bushes so they don't dry out. And I'm not going to clamp it down. I'm just laying it on the top securely. Woo. Let me get this garbage up. Sorry about that. I keep putting myself in front of the camera and I don't mean to. But there y'all go. There's 3 ways you can make a little greenhouse to start seeds in. You can use the regular seed trays, a tote, clear tote, or one of the big drink bottles. And this is a little bit bigger than the 2 liter. I'm not sure exactly how many ounces it carried, but it was just a little bit bigger than the 2 liter one. So anyway, there you go. And I got to get all my seeds and get that in the house. So, whoop, I don't lose all of it. So there y'all go. Let's get busy and start us some seeds. I'll see you on my next one. Love y'all. Bye.